Chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We Don't Hassle Us, we're local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
Hey, we're in the studio, thank God. And it's really loud, and I don't know why it's so loud.
It's because you're yelling.
I'm not trying to yell. I got everything turned down. It's just, whatever. You know what? You don't know what everybody likes.
When you're right, Jay.
Yeah.
Put your
I'm
hand
gonna
up
have
on
to pull it
yeah.
up or whatever else. I don't know.
Now you don't remember.
Huh?
Yeah,
I don't know what league I'm in, man.
You don't know what the name of the league you're in is?
No, you're driving me nuts. You put me on the spot. I wasn't ready for it.
It's not National Pirate Day.
No, it's not.
It's National Our Computer Doesn't Work Very Well Day.
Is it?
I don't know. Actually, I think everything's working. It's just everything's screwed up. But other than that,
It's it's right up your. It's National Sourest Day.
It's because I'm sour right
Yeah,
now.
it's the opposite of Sweetest Day.
Well,
What?
All right, it's the sourest.
That's dumb.
Well, there's a lot of dumb things on National Day, and I'll take you through it later on.
Well, that would explain a lot.
Well, I guess
We have Adam. It's Friday, and that's the thing. You can't be sour unless you're drinking a sour from Front Street Brewery, but you can't be sour when Adam's in here because he brings his beer.
Well, and he brought us cups.
Oh, my goodness.
Tell us about these glasses.
Tell us about these glasses that you guys can purchase down at Front Street Brewery, the tap room.
These are the new silicone pint glasses from a company called Silipints. They're super durable. I think you can bake them. You can throw them through the dishwasher, run them over with your Jeep, and they're all good to go. Bunch of fun colors.
Yeah, Silipine. It's on the back here.
Nice.
This is really cool.
Silly
Got
pint.
them filled with some delicious Raging River Pale Ale today.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hey, Jay has the pale ale.
It's great, silly.
Okay. All right.
I was trying to throw in something here.
I
with
know
this.
you were trying.
I was trying.
Silly.
I really
Swinging
like
on
the
it.
glass. I'm serious. This is changing a lot here for me. What are you doing now? This is, usually
All right, can we not call it a glass?
It's a pint.
the Silipint.
That's
This
fine.
is changing.
Cup, pint, Silipint, anything. Just don't call it glass. It's a pet peeve of mine.
Okay, well, I no longer do it. You remember
There's no such thing as a plastic glass.
the plastic? Yeah, the plastic cups.
Fair
that we
point.
Can I get a plastic glass for my to-go drink so I can walk
This
down the
is
street?
really stepping
No.
up the game of having your own special cup.
I love it. I love mine. You can't have it.
Yeah, we can't have glass on the patios down there, so these are great to get away from
Awesome.
using the disposable
That's
stuff.
a great idea. And you said, so where did you find this at?
A company called Silipint. I don't know. We'd seen them around at some festivals and whatnot, and said, "Hey, we probably need some of those."
Well, yeah, you're on the now. Everyone's going to be in, and you could say like we did that first.
Are these for sale down there as well?
Yeah, we've got them for sale.
How much are they?
$12.
That's it.
So little.
I like it.
It's great.
Pricey for a cup.
T-Ray, listen to this feel good.
No, it's not. Not one that you can bake up to 400
But they
degrees
last
and you can
forever.
run over with your
400
car.
degrees?
Yeah,
Like T-Ray can't smash this up against the wall if he gets mad at me.
and it's not. It's appealing to the eye.
I had a customer last night that saw one of our shot glasses that had a little Halloween moth sticker on the glass. Johnny G and his daughter and they all decorated the bar for Halloween. They put these little stickers on a bunch of the glassware. At first, I thought I was going to hate it.
Yeah.
It's like putting the label on the glass and being the cool guy. One of the customers said, "Hey, I really like this." In my head, I want to say, it's just a sticker.
Yeah.
She goes, "How much for this glass?" I go, "I don't know, give me $5. There's just a shot glass with a sticker on it." She goes, "Here, give me $5." I'm like, "Well, thank you." That doesn't happen ever. Normally they just put it in their purse and take it. So thank you, nice customer.
Yeah.
Everybody else can learn from that.
Quit stealing glasses.
Stop stealing my glasses.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out whatever lineup I made. Last night we had Thursday night football. The Vikings took care of the Vikings took care of the Washington Redskins 19-9.
They did not cover.
Wow.
Case Keenum 12 of 16 for 130 yards.
Left with a concussion.
Yep. Kirk Cousins 23 of 26 for 285 yards. 23 of 26.
Set the Viking record for completion percentage. 88.5%. Who did he beat, Jay?
The Viking percentage?
Viking record for completion percentage.
Fran Tarkenton.
No.
Brett Favre.
Yep. Brett Favre,
Oh.
who previously had it at 88%. And of his 3 incomplete passes, Jay,
Mm-hmm. Go on.
2 were throwaways and 1 was a drop pass.
Oh, wow. He had a good night, huh?
Yeah. Fantasy-wise, he had a terrible night.
Yeah. Adrian Peterson rushed for 76 yards in the game.
And he passed,
Past LaDainian Tomlinson.
and the bus passed 2 people last night.
Oh, Jerome Bettis. Man, you were glued into the television last night, and weren't you?
Hey,
He is
my wife
number
tries to say I sleep. I don't sleep
He is number 6
Is it the one
on
eye
the
open?
all-time rushing yards
at all
list.
times. Yeah, he's number 6.
He has the possibility of making it into the top 5 this year.
He's 1,000 yards right now behind Curtis, my favorite Martin, I believe.
No, he's 400 yards behind Curtis, my favorite Martin. That was going to be my question.
Oh.
My question was going to be, who is he going to pass? But you really paid attention. Listen, look at this guy.
On it.
I'm sorry.
No, what are you apologizing for? You knew the answer already. Good for you.
I thought he was 1,000. Maybe I didn't do
Yeah,
my
he's
math very
he's sitting at 13,701 yards. Curtis Martin is at 14,101.
Oh.
So it's 400 yards away, and then Then he's got to get to.
Who's after Curtis? Is that that's 4th place, right?
Yep, that's 4th.
4th is Jim Brown, right?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
He's not even in the top 10.
Oh shoot, that's right.
This guy's still playing.
Still playing.
Still playing.
Oh yeah, Frank Gore.
Yep, Frank Gore. Then Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, Em Smith.
He's not very fast.
Who?
Frank Gore.
No, he's just
I'll catch him.
durable.
I'll catch
You
him
take a
with flat.
beating.
Do you really
Yeah.
catch him in the flats? So that's a 1-year-old joke.
Especially now that I've lost weight.
Last night in the NBA, all the road teams won.
Chinba, you mean?
Yep. Atlanta Hawks beat the Detroit Pistons 117 to
Hey,
100.
did you see Conrad LeBron doesn't like the national anthem? He likes to yell during it. See that?
I didn't, and please tell me what you're talking about.
Well, he couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand to be quiet and observe the national anthem for the entire national anthem. He had to yell, "Come on, let's go!" Towards the end, couldn't just do it. Just couldn't do it.
Now that's not that big of a deal.
Well, he just. I don't care.
Oh,
he's
you're
an a-hole. So
you're
now every
scraping.
little thing. I don't care. Every little thing he does from now on, I am going to criticize.
All right, so T-Ray, I'm gonna
'Cause he's
try,
an
I'm
a-hole.
gonna make a attempt here to get you to not like the NBA, but something fun for you to watch with me. I'm a new Clippers fan.
Oh, I like this.
Okay.
All
The
right.
newest, best team in California,
I like this.
your LA Clippers.
They are. They went to
they?
Golden State and won 141 to
The
122.
Quiet Storm. The Claw. KL. Will you be a Clippers fan with me this year?
All right.
Let's just troll everybody.
All right.
There's so many pissed off Lakers, Warriors fans out there.
Good.
It's awesome.
Well, the Lakers are done.
Because those are their first 2 wins were against the Lakers and the Warriors.
Yeah, they
Lakers are a member of the Communist Party, as far as I'm concerned. Now. And if you're a Laker fan, you are too, Gadian.
He scored 21 points, had 9 assists last night in their win over the Warriors, and then the Milwaukee Bucks won in Houston, 117 to 111. Where the last 3 MVPs were on the floor during this game.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive. So just those 3 games, and it's looking like we have 9 games tonight. But we also have Game 3 of the World Series, which is a big deal.
Who do we got going on the mound? Houston.
Annabelle
panicking yet?
Sanchez will be throwing on the mound for. Annabelle Sanchez will be throwing on the mound for the Nationals. And then Zach Greinke for the.
Didn't Sanchez almost throw a no-hitter?
He sure
last time
did.
out?
Yeah, Zach Greinke will be throwing for the Astros. Greinke was 18-5 on the year with a 2.93 ERA. Sanchez 11-8 with a 3.85 ERA. But they have been a little bit different in the postseason. Sanchez is 1-0 in the postseason with a .71 ERA, where Greinke is 0-2 with a 6.43 ERA. This line opened with the Astros listed as a -120 road favorites and the Nats at +110 home dog. There's no real move on the, not a lot of move on the Sharps yet, but it is kind of, the lean is that the pros are backing Houston in a must-win game. I tend to agree, but I've been wrong for 2 straight games, so. Later on in this hour, we are going to call the brother-in-law in Washington, D.C. and talk to him about how the atmosphere is in the nation's capital, who, hasn't seen much going on for baseball in quite some time. I mean, last time they were in the World Series was 1933. So, and then obviously this is the first time now that they brought this back in 2005 after more than 3 decades away. The Senators... There wasn't a lot to cheer about for baseball in Washington when the Senators were there. They finished below 542 of their 60 seasons. So
Are there still Senators in Washington, D.C. Lieutenant Day?
Say that again, please.
Are there still Senators in D.C., Washington?
But
Lieutenant Day?
let's take our first break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Adam about what we're having, what we're drinking, what we're sipping on, things that are going on down there.
What I'm going to need another one of?
And then get excited about next Friday. It's going to be next Friday.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be gone, though, but you'll be back in early. But so who's going to do the firkin for you guys on first?
I mean, we'll whip something up before we skip
You guys
town.
are the best.
You too.
All right.
All right, guys. Front Street Brewery. It's down there on the bank of the mighty Mississippi here in Davenport. It's been there since 1992. Oldest beer pub in the state of Iowa. And they've been serving such great hits like the Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, this beautiful Raging River we're drinking right now, and the also popular Cherry Bomb Blonde. You can check out their Facebook page for all their food and drink specials, or visit the webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. We know the restaurant's soon to open, right, Adam?
Yeah, coming soon.
Coming
We're getting
soon.
really close.
Real
Love
close.
it.
So
Makes me
remember,
so
when that
happy.
hits and we announce it, we're going to be the first, I hope, to announce it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, good.
Exclusive.
208 East River Drive is where you need to be. But right now, just go to the tap room. It's in the Freight House Complex and have some beers from our friends at Front Street Brewery.
This is Josh Sides, head coach, St. Ambrose University Esports. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
This is Randall, the QC hot dog guy. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Final home matches, along with the conference meets, highlight the remainder of the fall athletic schedule at Augustana College. Doubleheader soccer hits the pitch at Thorson Lucan Field Saturday the 26th. The women host Elmhurst at 1, the men at 3:30. Saturday the 2nd sees action heading inside the Carver Center for women's volleyball and the Pumpkin Bash. First match is at 10 a.m. Then men's and women's cross country hosts the CCIW Championships at Saukey Golf Course starting at noon. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand,
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
no, I can't.
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike three.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot.
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
From local to global, ESPN 1170 has you covered. Your Quad City Sports Show is here for you. Don't hassle us. We're local with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, Jay-Bird, Surge, and you. Weekdays noon to 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader. ESPN 1170 AM wants you to be an insider. Get access to great contests at ESPN1170am.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged. From the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Sensitivity, understanding, and a tradition of kindness and caring. It's so important when a family loses a loved one. Call on us, Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, for all your service needs. You have our single-minded attention to every detail. With a range of choices and services available, our professionalism, and our deepest sympathy. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, Rock Island, Milan, Reynolds, and the Knox Chapel.
ESPN 1170 AM is the Quad City Sports Leader and your home of the local sports show. Don't hassle us, we're local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food. Every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 1170 AM Pepsi ticket window, we'll give you a free Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 1170 AM app or by going to ESPN1170am.com.
Online sports betting is here with EliteSportsbook.com. If you are an active Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, go to EliteSportsbook.com now and follow the prompts to start betting. Not a Resort Club member? Visit Rhythm City to join today. Bet with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort or online now. More ways to get in the game with EliteSportsbook.com and Rhythm City Casino Resort. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Start your day with Golick and Wingo. Enjoy your lunch with the only local sports show in town. Don't hassle us. We're local 12 to 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Hey, we're back here in the Hassle Castle. Brought to you by our friends at Dunright Satellite and Dish. And you're listening to Don't Hassle Us Local. Who to what?
Did you move this microphone?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like me to keep it there?
Well, unless you don't want to be on the screen.
No, it's fine. I don't know what's going on. It's fine.
Jay, you can move it. You're fine.
I'm all right.
I got Serge is fine. I was just trying to bring you this way more, so you could be in the shot. I know this is great radio.
He just wanted you to be closer.
Who cares?
I know.
All right.
Our things got moved around, everyone, and I'm just trying to explain to everyone.
Every time we leave.
I was so frustrated. Is like I knew things were moved, and then once I started to get things together, then I became more frustrated.
It's the hint at the higher ups that like, hey, Jay, don't make this place such a mess.
It's the hassle elves that hide outside the studio and wait till we don't show up for a day.
Yeah.
We go on.
This place is not a mess.
We go on location, and all of a sudden.
maybe you just look like you need a little hello.
A little motivation. Be like, hey, I recognize who you are now.
Maybe he's like, I knew I should have.
Hey, buddy,
Yeah.
we're here.
I realize you're a neighbor. You've been here. Now I'm going to accept you, and I'm going to say hi. How's your day?
I knew I recognized that little snot. That's that smart-ass Foster kid.
You want to know how to piss off our biker friends?
No.
Do the Harley wave outside of your SUV.
I don't know how to do that either.
What's the Harley wave?
I'll teach you.
Okay. I don't know.
I didn't even know there was a Harley wave.
Like the Jeep wave is the first wave for a vehicle.
It is totally. Everybody knows. Corvettes and Harleys copied the Jeep.
That's not even a real Jeep. You don't even like have like a light bar on it.
I got a light.
So next Friday, like you said, Adam, you're going to be coming up with something because it's the Frickin' Friday, the first of the month.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll do something, kind of day late, Halloween themed, whatever.
Well, and we'll see you on Thursday, so you'll be able to.
We can tease it.
Yeah, exactly. But anything else going on around here lately coming up? Like you have to go to a conference on Friday.
Iowa Brewers Guild puts on a big educational conference every year called IBEST. So yeah, we're all heading to Des Moines for that to learn some valuable brewery related info.
Do they ever like talk about how there's oversaturation of breweries in a small area? And then when I say small area, I mean the Quad Cities.
It's.
When I say in a comfortable place, I mean in the back of a Volkswagen Bug.
I mean, it definitely hits a point, but they're finding anymore. Breweries are kind of, almost hyper local, and there is kind of a clustering effect to where the more breweries, the more of an attraction that area becomes, and kind of everyone benefits. But yeah, I mean, at a point, it gets out of hand.
I do understand that there's a benefit in the more people, but my concern is something like.
That you've had at Harrington's. Okay?
Yeah.
Even that is
that was made for us by Front Street.
Right, and it was a tweaked version of a beer that you and I had at a brewery down in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, but it was a tweaked version of it. And so it wasn't a copycat. It was more of like a compliment.
Oh well, I was trying to copy it.
No, I know you were. It was awesome. And we were also very far away.
Theirs was we used a base Hefeweizen, where theirs was a based wheat, which there's a slight difference.
Yeah, difference mostly in yeast there. But
I'm saying brewmasters going in direct violation of their no compete clause, and just going out and taking a job anyway, and just taking the same recipes. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think that happens that much.
Okay.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Jay, tell us more. I don't want to. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg here.
No, it did.
I mean, it can happen. I mean, I know there's
Is there a specific brewery you're talking about,
No,
Jay?
I don't want to talk. I don't want to name anything.
Does it rhyme with anything?
No, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying. Anyway, not a big deal. And it's good. Adam, you feel comfortable that it's not going to happen, and that's a good thing. As long as we're not taking the recipes and passing them off as our own. And not that I'm saying that the Quad City style pizza people are passing off as their own. They all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But there's just, I mean, to open up another link or paper and see that another brewery is coming is, geez.
Oh, we got a couple more.
Chiropractors, CrossFit, and now breweries.
You can get drunk.
You can get adjusted.
No, wait a minute. You can get in shape.
Yeah, you can go run around in parking lots.
Get drunk, hurt yourself, and then get adjusted.
Get adjusted. There you go.
There you go.
And then you can run around in parking lots.
Yeah. Sweet. If you get hit by a car, you can get adjusted by a chiropractor. We've got you taken care of here in the Quad Cities.
Trying to run here, T-Roy.
Yeah, my bad. Let me play YMCA and let's get physical for you.
That's my favorite.
While you run through my back parking lot of my bar.
That's my favorite. So,
I do that. I embrace those guys. I don't care. I like it. They're out there running. And gals, there's guys and gals. I play music for them when they do it, and they love it. And they come in
Pardon
afterwards.
me while I
and have
run
beer.
through your parking lot. I have to go do 10 more angry pull-ups. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's get physical.
Oh, why did you have to do that?
I'm in the DraftKings lobby.
Oh, here we go. Finally.
I got a $3 ticket to play into some league. I don't know.
He's got a ticket to ride.
The budget's $50,000. First things first, I wanted to find. I was looking at like the worst defenses versus certain things, and that's how I built my team. Of course, I've got to ride or die with the captain of all my fantasy teams, Deshaun Watson. At $7,100 is the salary I paid for him.
Okay.
Jacoby Brissett, man. Against Denver.
Denver's defense is what I took, actually. Denver has one of the best defense against the wide receivers.
See what happens this week.
All right. I took them
All right,
because I figured it was
all
cheap.
right, hold on. I'm going to figure this out here real quick. Do you get it? All right, so we got
Then I splurged.
quarterback.
Deshaun Watson.
All right.
I said, treat yourself, Jay.
Treat yourself.
It's a free $3 league that you're in.
All right, come on.
Against Detroit, Saquon Barkley.
Bad pick.
Why? I can always edit it. This isn't just mine. We can make this our thing.
All right. Then how many running backs do you get?
2. But I put one in a flex also.
All right.
Todd Gurley.
Okay.
Cincinnati's really bad against the run.
Okay. All right. And then so wideouts. How many? 2?
The other running back I have is
No. Hold on.
Okay.
You do 2 wideouts.
3.
All right.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Make you spend money.
All right. Who do you got?
DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay. All right.
Philadelphia's secondary suspect, John Brown of the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
You look at me like that, like I have all kinds of money. I only have $50,000 budget.
Only 50. It sounds like you wasted some on Barkley. Keep going.
Well, we can work it out. Tampa Bay does not have a very good. They're not good against the pass either. Corey Davis, he's got to have a breakthrough. Scored a touchdown last week.
Okay.
Tannehill likes Corey Davis.
How many flex do you get?
Just one. That was Todd Gurley. My other running back is not anyone to talk about.
All right. What is it?
Trey Carson of Detroit. Giants aren't good against run.
Trey Carson? You mean Johnson?
No. T-R-A Carson.
The running back?
Yeah,
he's not going to play. That's not the guy that's playing.
He's going to play.
It's Johnson.
They got Ty Johnson, J.D. McKissick, and this guy. I had a budget. It was my last pick. It was for $3,200. We can mess around with this, T-Roy.
Okay. And did you have to get a kicker?
No.
And
just had to get tight end.
And your D is Denver.
Denver. My tight end.
Oh, boy. Let's work on this a little
Noah
bit.
Fant is my tight end.
What? You got a tight end at Noah Fant?
Yeah, this is the first of many DFS. You know what's cool about this though? We can create our own league, and we can have our listeners come in and just dollar leagues.
All right, hold on. Let's do this together.
I don't know. We don't need to set this over the air.
Yeah, we need to do this. Flex and then D. All right. So, can you tell me then all the quarterbacks and we got 50 grand. I need someone to help me with the math.
Russell Wilson is your highest amount quarterback at 7,200.
And who's he playing this week? Hold on, let me get my
playing Atlanta. I can tell you all these things. That's the beauty of this DraftKings website. Which, by the way, they're not giving us any money to do this for them.
I don't care.
I'm going to email Steven and say yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm like, Steven, how can we get a promo code and become an affiliate?
How much is Tom Brady?
He's 6,000.
How much is Aaron Rodgers?
This weird thing is that Sunday night and Monday night games aren't on this list.
All right. So $6 grand for him.
For Tom Brady.
And how much for Russell Love Muscle?
7.2. 7,000. 7,200.
All right.
And Deshaun's only 7,000.
How much for How much for Jameis Winston?
Famous Jameis?
7 crab legs.
5,900.
All right, we're taking Winston.
Oh, great.
Oh, jeez.
For how much?
Got him for $5 grand.
Just under 6.
For your backup?
5,900.
5,900?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. That's going to be our starter.
Oh. Who's our?
I'm just making a team.
On this. Yeah,
I'm making a team. All right.
Now
running
backs.
backs.
Okay.
All right, running backs.
Switching to running backs.
How much is Chris Carson?
7,000 even.
Perfect. Carson, we're going to take for $7,000.
We're taking out Saquon.
We don't want Saquon. I'm making a whole new team.
I'm catching that vibe.
All right. How much for? Ooh, is David Johnson? He's benched this week, right?
Yeah, but he's the same amount as Chase Edmonds.
How much is Chase Edmonds?
Chase Edwards.
Oh, you don't want him.
Why don't I want him? Chase Edmonds.
They're playing New
Orleans, yeah.
How much is Le'Veon Bell?
He's 6,900.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't.
Ooh, I know. How much is the dude for Houston?
Sound like every customer at the bar at 12 o'clock at night. How much is yeah, give me a Bud Light.
Oh, Carlos Hyde?
Yeah, Carlos Hyde.
How about a Front Street Cherry Bomb Blonde?
Oh.
Nope.
There he is. He's 4,700.
How much is
We're taking Hyde. We're taking Hyde for 4,700.
Okay.
All right, so right now we're up to
You're at 32,400 left.
That's what we got left. Oh, I love it. He's keeping track. All right, wideouts. Give me. First of all, tight ends. Right now, I want George Kittle. How much is George Kittle?
He's expensive. 6,500.
Perfect. We're taking him.
Oh boy.
All right. Now, let's get into some of these wideouts. How much is Connor Godwin?
7,100.
We're taking him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how much do I got left?
18,800.
Oh, this is perfect. All right. I
tell you what, DraftKings better pony up some money.
How much is Kenny Galladay?
Okay. He is 6,400.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4 to fill. Let's take him. Kenny Galladay, 6,400.
All right.
All right.
You're going to have to start finding some.
Oh, we're going to find some values here.
Okay.
All right. How much is Peyton Barber?
Okay. Going to my flex. He's 4,000.
We're going to put Barber at our flex. He'll get a touchdown.
Okay.
All right. We need one more wideout.
Yeah, and a defense, so.
Okay. We need one more wideout and a defense. Let's see here.
Find your defense first, and we can see how much we can spend on the final spot.
Oh, we're just going to take the cheapest defense, Jay. It doesn't matter.
All right, that is the Raiders at Houston at 1,500.
Perfect.
Okay. So that leaves you with 6,900 for your remaining wide receiver.
All right, tell me, who do we got?
Who is in that range? Edelman, questionable. Mike Evans, OBJ, Robert Woods, Will Fuller, Ty Hilton, and then you have 800. Depending where you're at. Edelman is at the exact 6,900.
Yeah, but
Mike Evans is at 6,600.
Yeah, but I already got Connor Godwin.
Okay, Odell Beckham Jr. 6,500.
Don't like it. Give me somebody from the Colts.
T.Y. Hilton, 6,100.
No. New Orleans. Give me. I know who I want. Michael Thomas.
He's too expensive.
How much is he?
He's 8,000. You're gonna have to come up with $1,100. I know it doesn't seem fair.
Give me
right?
another receiver off that team.
Now we're scrolling down, buddy. It's not looking good.
Ooh, how about Mike Williams from the LA Chargers?
I don't think you can get him. Let's see. Well, let me look here, okay? Yeah, you can get him, but for 4,000, so that gives you.
All right. How about Calvin Ridley?
Okay. Yep, you can get him 5,600.
There we go, Ridley. And I'm under budget, right?
Yeah, you still got 1,300 left to mess around with.
So let's add that to a defense. Calvin Ridley, I got him for how much? 5,000.
Yeah, 5,600. So you've got you can get a defense that goes up.
All right, so I got 1,300 more on a defense.
So you want a 2,800 defense.
Yep.
Lions or Seahawks?
Seahawks.
Look at this.
Right?
Yeah.
Ooh, wait a minute. Detroit at home against the Giants.
You want them instead?
I don't know. Seahawks.
Atlanta's
at
pretty
Atlanta.
terrible.
Yeah, we'll take Seahawks.
All right.
All right.
Good work.
This is going to be a winning team right here.
It's a lot of fun.
What if you win $1 million with this team?
Then guess what? We're not going to be hitting up DraftKings for money.
I love this. I think I'm good at this.
All right. Well, good. Now we have a new segment. I just got to get a hold of Steven.
Serge is really excited over there.
We got to get a hold of Steven.
Serge, anyway.
So, hey, guys.
We getting a lot of good feedback on Facebook about this.
Tons.
Seriously?
No.
Oh.
Jiminy Christmas.
All right.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
All right. Let's do our NCAA pick six before we take a break.
All right.
All right, we got 6 games this week. Obviously, that's our pick 6 in college football, and there's a lot of good games starting in the morning, afternoon, and at night, and we're going to hit those right away. Notre Dame, number 8, at number 19, Michigan. The line right now is Notre Dame -1.
Yeah, they win this game, right? You think, Serge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who?
Notre Dame.
Michigan's too inconsistent. Any other year, Michigan always scares me. They don't scare me this year. They haven't done anything to impress me to think that they are as dominant as they have been in years past. They're inconsistent, man.
What do you think, Jay Bird?
As dumb as it may seem or whatever else, I think the unnecessary distractions that Harbaugh has brought on with his stupid letter to the parents and recruits. That I do not
crap, Jay.
That I do not believe whatsoever. Not one single bit do I believe, and I also remember like Urban Meyer doing something similar. No, unnecessary distraction. Notre Dame. I'm taking the road favorite.
I gotta go Notre Dame too, man.
There you go. Can we get a hell yeah, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, a hell yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Thanks, Rain Man.
Well, I
wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Someone probably messed with your computer.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Definitely not my bumper.
Something's wrong.
Definitely not my bumper.
Yeah.
You guys are
driving.
This thing's stuck on the old K-Bob bumpers.
Driving.
Oh, my ex, she's living in Texas.
Just got my car in the driveway.
All right. The second game, number 9 Auburn at number 2 LSU, -10.5. LSU is -10.5. Top 10 matchup at home -10.5.
We're saying Auburn already peaked. I'm not going to have to agree with them. I'm going to take LSU, and I'll give up the points. Adam?
I think LSU wins it, but I think it's going to be close. Give me Auburn in the 10.5.
Sir Jay?
Oh, goodness. Why you say Auburn already peaked? Because they had a couple good, like...
I don't know. I'm just going off what I hear from college experts.
All right, you swayed me. I'm switching. I was going to say Auburn. I'm switching to LSU. Gosh, I just...
Bird?
I'm going to take the points on the road. I'm going to take the road dog. I'm taking Auburn.
Grandpa Rossi taking the points.
There you go.
We're a divided house. All right. Whiskey a go-go at the shoe.
This is a very tough line. You see that 14.5 in Wisconsin, and you think you got to take the points. And then you think of Coach Day, and this guy is just full throttle. It's his first season. He's not backing down to anyone. You asked me this before the season, I would have said Paul Chryst is not my favorite coach. Last week I told you that I thought he might even be Coach of the Year, Big Ten Coach of the Year. Then the debacle down in Illinois, lack of clock management, 5 possessions in a row. This is a tough one. It really, really is. And dear Lord, it's the Big Ten. I got to take the points. I got to take the 14.5.
So you're taking whiskey?
Yeah, and I don't feel comfortable about it whatsoever.
Surges?
Ohio State.
Okay.
They don't have brakes.
They don't have brakes.
By that I mean they're going to pour it on. They're going to put the foot on the gas. There.
All right, Adam.
I kind of feel like Wisconsin's got a chip on their shoulder this week.
I get it.
Yeah, give me Wisconsin.
I can't agree more with you, Adam. I'll take whiskey.
Did we all take it?
No.
Sergi took
No,
Ohio
3 of you
State.
guys got it wrong.
All right. the up-and-coming Illini
Oh, shut up.
travel to Purdue.
More like Perdon't.
There you go.
We have Illinois versus Perdon't.
Purdue is -9 favorites.
It's a suck fest.
At home.
I bet Huggy Bear on this game. Huggy Bear's going to get reports from everybody out there listening. Oh, he's hating on you on radio again. That's right, Huggy. You're going down this week. I'm sorry. I told you. I'm gonna give you a hard time calling Purdue a weak cupcake team. So when you get beat by a weak cupcake team, I don't want to hear it.
Oh, God.
I'm taking Purdue all day so I can rub it in Huggy's face.
I love trying to find lines on unranked teams.
Down towards the bottom.
I know. It's so bad.
I'm taking Purdue also.
Adam, what do you got,
to my
man?
Illinois fans.
Yeah, let's go Purdue.
Purdue. Sergi?
Purdue.
Hell yeah.
I said, give me a hell yeah.
I could give a rat's ass about Twitter. Coach Gundy comes into town to Ames to take on number 23 Iowa State. Iowa State is favored by 10.5.
I've been picking against Iowa State every week, and I keep getting it wrong, so I'm just going to take them.
Yeah, I did that too. I get it.
Like, I'm tired of being wrong about it. So I'm going to take I'll take Campbell in our Cyclones.
Okay.
This is right in Iowa State's wheelhouse where they start rattling off like 6 in a row or something stupid. So, and they do it with ease, and then all of a sudden you get the more social media posts like, I can't believe we lost to Iowa, and if we would have beat Iowa, we'd be top 15 in the country.
That was their Super Bowl.
Look at all the players that we have in the NBA compared to Iowa.
So I am giving up the points. I'm taking.
Look at all the future farmers that we have. Iowa doesn't have any.
I'm taking Iowa State and the points.
We're just a bunch
giving
of
up the
doctors
points.
and
Giving up the
lawyers
points.
and
Minus
such.
10.5.
We still drink Busch Light.
Our guys is the one that raised all the money.
Adam, what do you got?
I don't know. I could see this one being pretty close. Give me Oklahoma State.
All right, who'd you take, Bird?
I gave up the points. I took Iowa State.
And then Sergi?
You know what? Thanks for asking, T-Roy. I'm going to go with Iowa State as well.
That's perfect because we have way more farmers than I do.
Oklahoma State's they've been giving up some points lately. Like I think they've given up like.
We also have lots of engineers, and Oliver Ivory is a number country. And he went to Iowa State.
I was about to ask you for something. I know this is my job, so I'm sorry. Let's go back here. I think they've given up 45 in the last 2 games apiece.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna say that.
Cyclone's not a bird, but that's our mascot.
Their last 2 games, they lost 45-27 to Oklahoma or to Baylor, and 45-35 to Texas Tech. Yeah, Iowa State's gonna put some points up.
You know, other than relatives, my favorite.
You got me feeling really confident now, sir.
My favorite Iowa State fan is Price.
So when
That's it.
T-Ray
I
said
like
I couldn't agree more with you. I just all the time I'm like, T-Ray, you know what? I love absolutely every single thing you said. That being said, I'm going to go against you. So don't worry. Our track record is not very proven right now.
Don't bet against Iowa State.
Number 20 Iowa goes to Northwestern. Iowa is 10-point road favorites.
Ugh. I know. Taking Iowa, you know that.
Yeah, me too.
Just dumb. They're gonna lose.
They're not gonna lose.
Okay. I'm telling you, they lose every time to these guys. And I got to hear Greenberg.
Well, they got a nickname.
Well, back when I was in college, that Hayden Fry run the score up every time. That's why I hate Iowa most, because I'm Mike Greenberg, and I'm a big pencil neck geek.
Let's ask T-Ray. What's Northwestern's nickname?
Wildcats.
No.
The Geeks.
Jason, the smart kids. It's purple kryptonite,
I didn't
man.
say smart kid. I said Nerd Western.
Nerd Western. Sorry, smart kids, geeks, Nerd Western.
Yeah. I'm taking Iowa. Serge's taking Iowa. I mean, T-Ray's taking Iowa. Serge?
I don't want to do it. Do I have to?
Adam.
I'll let Adam pick first.
Yeah, I got to take Iowa. You can't pick against my guys.
I'm doing this for Iowa. Okay, I'm doing this. No, Jay. Turn that off. Rewind that. Doing your Cupid shuffle on the sideline for someone that's going to get overturned here, Jay. I'm taking Northwestern.
Oh, no.
Come on, Iowa, please. Just help me out here. Reverse psychology, T-Ray.
What do you call Northwestern? Geeks?
Purple kryptonite.
Greenberg.
All right. That's our NCAA pick 6. Let's take a quick break and we come
Remember
back.
when I had a show with a big fat guy and used to make fun of him? Wasn't that neat?
We come back. We're gonna
Just don't eat me.
We got to call Josh. We got to talk to him, the brother-in-law in Washington. But first, Adam, thank you so much for coming in and bringing these silly pints. And anything else that you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Just keep an eye out for opening day for the restaurant. It's getting really close.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure, my friend.
All right, Quad Cities, you need to stop going to your social media sites, asking everybody where you're going to get a tattoo, who's going to change your oil, even check your
who wants my lunch money?
Or who wants your damn lunch money? That too. Just grab yourself a Locals Lovers guide. It has an easy to navigate table of contents to help you find who's going to take your lunch money. Or you go to the websites and click on localslovers.com, and they'll just browse the favorites. It's easy to use, and they're even going to rank the most popular lunch places for you. So check out our friends from Locals Lovers. They're your guide to the best.
This is Brian Rothenberger, radio guy for the Quad City Storm. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Online sports betting is here with EliteSportsbook.com. If you are an active Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, go to EliteSportsbook.com now and follow the prompts to start betting. Not a Resort Club member? Visit Rhythm City to join today. Bet with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort or online now. More ways to get in the game with EliteSportsbook.com and Rhythm City Casino Resort. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Attention, my little trick-or-treaters. It's back.
Halloween Moonlight Madness is back at the McGrath Used Cars Superstore of Davenport, now through Saturday night. A beautiful time to shop over 2,500 quality pre-owned vehicles. Save thousands. Halloween Moonlight Madness payments starting at $167 a month. The Quad City's best selection of certified used trucks from $10,988. All of your favorites: Silverados, Sierras, Rams, F-150s. Certified used trucks from $10,988. Now through Saturday night only at the McGrath Used Car Superstore of Davenport. Buying a car shouldn't be scary. Don't be afraid to trade. Push, pull, or drag your trade in. And all credit applications accepted during Halloween Moonlight Madness. Now through Saturday night only at the McGrath Used Car Superstore of Davenport, 4618 North Brady Street. Shop online, McGrathAuto.com.
In less time than it takes to reheat leftovers in the microwave, a professional thief has made their way into your warehouse.
In the time it takes you to shampoo your hair, soap up, and shave your legs, a fire can reduce your business to a smoldering pile of charred 2x6s.
You can't keep watch over your commercial investments 24/7. With Jorgensen Insurance, you don't have to. When losses are the last thing you want to think about, call Jorgensen Insurance or visit jorgenseninsurance.com.
Final home matches, along with the conference meets, highlight the remainder of the fall athletic schedule at Augustana College. Doubleheader soccer hits the pitch at Thorson Lucan Field Saturday the 26th. The women host Elmhurst at 1, the men at 3:30. Saturday the 2nd sees action heading inside the Carver Center for women's volleyball and the Pumpkin Bash. First match is at 10 a.m. Then men's and women's cross country hosts the CCIW Championships at Sauckie Golf Course starting at noon. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
If you're running a business, how much should you invest in retaining your employees? First Midwest Bank has ideas. In today's tight labor market, keeping your employees is more important than ever. A First Midwest banker can help you determine what type of 401k plan to offer. At First Midwest Bank, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com.
Crystal clear sports in the palm of your hand. Download the ESPN 1170 app today and listen to the Quad City Sports Leader anywhere. This is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Hey, we're back. I want to thank Adam again from Front Street Brewery for stopping in and bringing us some delicious beer to drink for the rest of the show.
Yeah, get down to the tap room and try that out and grab yourself a $12 silly pint.
I'm telling you, man, do it. I'm running mine over the Jeep. I want to see if it breaks.
It's your prerogative.
I know. I hope it doesn't break.
All right, let's check in with the brother-in-law in Washington, D.C., see how the atmosphere is going on there now that the World Series has come to Washington, D.C. First time since 1933. And we'll see how what it's like going on there. What game he's going to.
What's up, jerks?
Hey,
knew
what's
it.
up?
I love it. Love it. Love it. Love
I'm
it.
surprised you aren't in Adam Schiff's basement.
Hey, when the streak is going, you do whatever you can to keep the streak going.
I know. I heard you sent your wife upstairs and didn't let her come back down for the rest of the World Series. Is that true?
So in the last couple of games against the Cardinals and the first game against World Series, we all start watching it, and then Drew, our youngest, ends up going to bed, and Lisa takes him upstairs, and I swear to God, as soon as she goes upstairs, all of a sudden the Nats start scoring runs. And so that's kind of like in our house, we have like these different stupid little superstitions. Like there was one time.
Nothing stupid about any of this.
Michigan. Well, yeah, I mean, there was one time when Iowa was playing Michigan, and I was trying to fix one of our smoke detectors. And as soon as I got on the ladder, Iowa started winning. So I watched the rest of the game on the ladder.
Makes all the sense in the world.
And so she goes up there after the Nats start scoring runs, and then she calls down. Do I have to stay up here? And JD goes, I'm sorry. So,
Mom, I'm sorry. I love it.
Now it makes all the sense in the world.
Every time they were hitting a home run the other night, I was thinking of you. I'm like, God, he's just got to be so giddy right now. But at the same time, are you the same superstition going, save some of the runs for the rest of the series?
It would have been nice, but, I mean, this one just feels different. I don't know. I mean, Jake can tell you, during the wild card game, I was just down on everything because I'd seen this script before. But he and I have kind of talked about this in text messages, and Nick and I have talked about it a lot too. It's just like every bad thing that had happened to the Nats in the past 4 times they've been there has now gone their way. And it reminds me a lot of like when the Caps finally broke through. But yeah, it's crazy right now.
Well, I remember going to Twitter the night you guys played the Brewers and you were down, and people, it wasn't like it was insurmountable or anything, but I remember seeing the tweets and people like, oh, same old Nats. I go, and I thought, man, is it over already? And I turned it on. It was like in the 5th inning. And I'm like,
yeah,
what's wrong with everybody?
Seen that since far.
Yeah, and now I'm like, well, this Soto kid, dude, you got to be just pumped. You get rid of Jay's boyfriend and you get this guy.
Oh, come on.
I told Jay that he needs to have Juan Soto as his trophy wife. He's hot, he's young, and he's Latin, so it all works well.
Dude, I'm there, man.
Oh, happy birthday to Juan Soto today, 21.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, so Lisa, her company, they basically have worked with the Nats, and they have this giant happy birthday card set up for him down by the stadium for people to come and sign.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that kid's special, man. I mean, that's just something.
Your wife's company works with the Nats, so does she get tickets?
No.
What?
They don't work with them that closely.
Yeah, apparently not.
No, so they did actually. This morning I was over, and for making the series, the Nats got $25,000 from Major League Baseball to donate to local fields and stuff. And so we had a thing this morning. There's a ball field that the Little League uses a lot, and it's connected to a elementary school. And so they did a ceremony there to talk about starting it, and we started working on different things. So that's been one of the cooler things that they were able to do from that.
Are you going to any of the games?
JD and I are going tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, we just basically decided, you know what, who cares about the price for things or as far as, within reason. It's like we're not, sitting in the baller seats with Marlins man or anything like that. But so we decided to go ahead. And actually it was funny because it's like when in the middle of that 6-run inning on StubHub, prices for Game 4 jumped up like $600.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and I had always thought that Game 4 would be cheaper, but, I think people are getting a little ahead of themselves. I mean, standing room only for Game 4 is like $1,300 a ticket.
Yeah,
so
I'm looking at.
To try for tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking at right now the game for tonight. The ticket it's $1,100 for standing room only. That was currently this morning at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah, last night it was like $800, I think, for standing room only. So obviously, it's gone up quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't know why at the last minute, though. It's not like they didn't know Game 3 was coming. It's strange.
I think people are now maybe like, well, maybe I can make some money, and we'll see what happens with the rest of the games. Because I think a lot of people, because when you get the season tickets, basically if you want to buy playoff tickets, you have to buy the entire thing. So there are people who have tickets to all 3 games, so they may be trying to offload one and make a pretty, basically you're paying off what you paid for the entire run of playoff tickets.
So you're up 2-0. You've got 3 games at home.
Yeah.
Only 3 teams in World Series history have come back and after losing the first 2 games at home. How do you feel? Seriously. How confident do you feel in this?
It depends. Are you picking Houston so far?
Still sticking with Houston. Still sticking with Houston.
I had Natty all from the beginning, bud.
I'm feeling pretty good because Sanchez is a completely different pitcher than Scherzer and Strasburg are. So it's going to be a different look. And Nats Park plays more like a pitcher's park than Houston does. So I don't think you're going to see as many home runs or bombs from other ones. And then you get to Game 4, and Houston either has to do a bullpen game or they have to bring Cole out on short rest, and that's against Patrick Corbin. So I think, if the Nats are gonna lose a game, it's gonna be tonight. I think if Houston wins tonight, then you got yourself a series. I think if the Nats win tonight, then get the brooms out and start planning the parade.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Take them down.
Still kind of pushing better than seeing the Astros get swept in the World Series.
Yeah,
they fired their puny little assistant GM too. By the way,
they did fire Brandon Tillman.
I don't understand how people can get jobs that high up and be so bad. Did you hear? The head guy was up and he was doing his press conference, and someone asked, "Have you had a chance to reach out to the reporter and apologize to them?" And he goes, "No, things have been kind of busy. You can imagine it's kind of tough around here, everything going on." And the reporter was at the actual thing, sitting in this audience. So it's like, no, you could have just done it right there, but no, you have to complain about how hard this has been on the team. It's just it's like they take one step forward and then 3 steps back.
This is Lunau that did this, the GM.
Yes.
Oh, that's terrible. That's awful. I would assume probably one more head's going to roll out of that. Whoever is in charge of their PR, who came out right away and said that this was all a big lie. But, that's awesome that you're going to the game tonight, and that's awesome for JD as well. Do you have any plans? Are you going to go early to watch BP? What are you going to do?
So first pitch is at 8. I'm thinking we'll probably try to get there around 6 or so.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of go and see all the kind of pomp and circumstance. We went to the game watch for Game 2, so we got some of our World Series gear there already. So, we're just going to go and, soak it up, and I'll get on them all about, Chad Cordero when he's throwing the first pitch and what that was like when they first came back. And that, that's a really cool thing that he's the one who's coming back to do the first pitch, because that 2005 team it was a pretty cool story how they were, leading the majors at the All-Star break, and this is the team that Major League Baseball had bought and basically was running on a shoestring budget. And They were, atop of the division.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking out time to talk to us. We appreciate it, Josh. And have a great time tonight. And I wish you luck. I wish luck to your Nationals. But I'm going to continue the streak and take the Astros just to help you out.
That's all I can hope for. I got the same sweater. I got the same sweatshirt and shirt and everything else that I've won in the other games. So Lisa needs to hope for a sweep pretty soon because they're getting a little rank.
I know Isaray's asked on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, is she going to be in charge of doing the parade like she did for the Capitals if they win?
I think they've reached out. I think they're probably up there for it. I don't know how much they've actually kind of done to reach out. I think they've probably had some preliminary talks. The Caps, I don't think the Caps came to them until after Game 4 because they had to pull that all together in 4 days.
Yeah.
Because hockey players are just like, we're not going to talk about this right now. But I think, just for permits and stuff, at some point in time they have to go and talk to figure things out. But yeah, I'm sure that her company's going to be the one that does it.
That's great. All right, buddy. Have a great time tonight. Say hi to the family for us, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
See you, brother.
Bye. All right, that's Josh Miller, friend of the show. He lives out in Washington, D.C., and obviously going to Game 3 tonight of the World Series. Big fan of the Nationals, and, yeah, for him, I'll keep pushing the Astros. And
You're the bad luck charm?
I guess. And he's right about the bullpen game. That's the one that's a shaky one. For some reason, I think the Astros are going to take 2 out of 3.
No. I think they get beat tonight.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I'll bet they do. Bet you I can get you betting for the end of the day.
No.
Okay.
You 3-1 odds?
No. All right, you're on. Well, before Rosso gets here, why don't we do our pick 6 for the NFL?
All right.
And then we'll take a break and we'll go to him because Rosso's got to. He was obviously yesterday.
Is he coming in or calling in?
He's coming in.
All right.
But he'll be in any minute. But let's do our pick 6 for the NFL, and then we'll take a break. All right.
All righty.
All right. So I've got 6 games that I picked on the bill to look at, and the first one on the docket is the Philadelphia Eagles at the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are -1.5.
Yeah. Eagles not looking so good right now. Bills, another tough defense for them to face. I think they're going to get to Carson Wentz probably and cause some fits. Just Jordan Howard not running very well. The receiving core beat up a little bit. Deshaun Jackson is out. This Bills team is good, man, and I'm going to have to take him, Jay, and I'll give up 1.5 to do it.
Serge?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me your tiers. Where do the Bills fall?
The Bills are in tier 2.
Okay.
The Eagles are in tier 4.
Okay. For those who don't know, I've started following T. Roy's power rankings, and this is 4 weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3. Or is it? It's 3 weeks.
This will be week 4.
This will be week 4, and I'm 14-4.
Yeah.
Since taking these, so. All right, based on your power rankings and the tiers and what I've assigned a numerical value for that, what I think they're at, this looks like the Bills should win by 4 points, so I'm taking the Bills.
All right. Can we get a hell yeah?
Oh, yeah. Be on top of that, maybe.
Yeah.
Serge, can I get a...
Give me a hell
Yeah.
Uh-oh. VERN.
Uh-oh.
All right. San Diego Chargers at the Chicago Bears.
Every game's a road game for the Chargers. It just doesn't matter. The Bears, hopefully they can get something together here. I'm just not impressed with the Chargers right now either. Their O-line's beat up. Speaking about just their defense being beat up, this might be a time for Biscuit to get things together. I'm going to take the Bears minus the points, -4.5. Go Bears.
Okay. Give me the tier that the Chargers are in.
The Chargers are in tier 6.
Okay. Ooh. And give me where you have the Chicago Bears.
Bears are in tier 4.
Okay. So let me take a look at Serge. While I'm taking a look at this and doing the math, what do you have?
Yeah. I'm going Bears as well. And for the exact same reasons, too. And this is going to be a bounce back week for the Bears. Last week should have been their bounce back week. They did not. They suck.
I would say, other than the Atlanta Falcons, right now the Chargers are probably the most disappointing team in the NFL.
There's a couple more. But yes, they are disappointing.
I'm talking about with talent.
Still.
Despite what their talent is.
There's a couple more, too.
Do you think that are more disappointing?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll get to them. They're not on our pick
Browns?
6. They're 1.
Okay. They probably
the Rams.
All right.
Okay. There's a couple other ones. But yes, I agree with you regardless.
All right.
But yeah, this is Bears bounce back week before we start tanking for Tom.
Tom who?
Tom Brady.
Oh, buddy.
Tom Brady.
Oh, buddy.
I got it right away.
Yeah.
I've got the Bears winning this by a field goal, so I'm taking the Chargers.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
He's doing his math in his system.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, next game up, Carolina Panthers still with Kyle Allen at quarterback against that vaunted 49ers defense.
Handsome Jimmy.
And that good-looking man from Eastern Illinois University. He did not bank out with Mookie. Thank God.
Where do you have the Panthers at in your tier?
The Panthers are at the 3.
Okay.
The Niners are in the 1.
Okay.
You guys listen. I know Kyle Allen's been playing well. It's been making everybody try to forget about Cam. They do have Christian McCaffrey. Probably, I would say, top 3 for sure. Between him, Saquon, and Zeke Elliott, they are the three most dynamic running backs in the NFL right now. I don't think it's going to be enough against this Niner defense. I'll take the Niners minus the points.
Based on the system that I use on your tiers and numerical value, the line is at -5.5. It comes out to exactly 5.5. And when that happens, I take the home team. So I'm taking the 49ers to cover the 5.5.
All right, Sergi?
Yeah.
All right. Can we get a hell yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, Niners, man.
I said, give me a hell yeah.
All right.
I promise I have these picked. I'm not just agreeing with you every time.
I know, I got you. All right. We have the Browns at the Patriots. I don't care what Jarvis Landry says. He just opened a can of worms. They tried to backpedal.
Remember when the Jets were supposed to beat the Patriots last week?
Yep. Patriots just traded.
You heard it here first.
By the way, Patriots just traded Michael Bennett to the Dallas Cowboys for a 7th-round pick. Great addition for the Cowboys. I guess he wasn't happy in New England anyway.
Sure.
Their defense is still the number 1 defense in the NFL. They might go down as the greatest defense of all time if they keep this up with a bunch of no-names. Browns are screwed. They are going to be all over Baker, make another interception field. The Browns are in trouble in this one, man. Don't give this defense and don't give Belichick anything to put on a chalkboard. I mean, seriously. They're going to come out and just waylay this kid. This kid isn't going to get a pass off, man.
So we were talking about Farmer Fran the other day in Waterboy. Another Waterboy reference today. Bill Belichick is becoming Red Bow U.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think about their defense? Ain't nobody know anyone out there. Nobody knows anybody. They're killing everybody.
It's true. I'll take the Patriots all day. I think this could be another shutout.
Look, watch me win with the 45-year-old. Here, Tom, go. They're just going to win.
Yeah.
They're going to smoke the Browns.
It's insane.
I'm sorry. Do you know how bad or how much I would enjoy seeing the Browns win this game? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's just not going to happen.
I don't think Baker's going to have time to throw.
Hey, T-Roy, want to bet against the Patriots?
No.
Nope, me neither.
Jay, we got Patriots tier 1.
Yeah.
Browns tier 5.
Just doesn't work in this system.
He's taking the Browns.
I'm taking the Browns.
You dummy.
Yep. It just doesn't work. A line that big just doesn't work in this system.
Jay, if the Patriots win by 20 or more, you can't wear your shirt inside out for a week.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine.
All right. We have the Oakland Raiders at Jay's favorite team on the planet, Houston Texans. He's got a love affair with Deshaun Watson.
I do. I wish it was Lamar Jackson, but it's not.
Yeah. Anyway, Houston -7 in this game. The Raiders, another road game, man. I mean, these teams have been on the road since week 2.
Since week 2. This is crazy.
I know the Raiders are in the 4 bracket and the Texans are in the 3. This might be too big for Jay's system, but I like Houston.
Okay, what do you got for Serge?
Yeah, T-Roy.
All right.
We are 5 for 5 here today.
Okay, give me the tiers. Houston is in what tier?
Houston is a 3, and the Raiders are a 4.
Okay.
I already know this is working out for Oakland for you.
It's Oakland.
All right.
Taking the Raiders.
Give me a hell yeah.
See, hell yeah for.
Didn't you guys take Oakland?
No.
No, neither one of us did.
Too busy looking at math.
Poor guy. He's over here concentrating on this.
Oh, he's over staring at Ross's sweatshirt.
I saw it when it came out.
Wait for Ross to
I don't need to stare at it. I know what it is.
She started drooling into a silly cup.
You knock it off. My silly cup.
All right, guys. And then we got the Green Bay Packers.
It's Friday.
At the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday Night Footballs. Or is it Sunday Night Foosball? It's Sunday night. Sunday Night Foosball.
Patty Mahomes is doubtful. Is the most updated.
Mahomes may or may not
situation.
play. I don't know if it's going to make a diff. Well, if he plays, he's not going to be completely healthy anyway. I'm taking the Pack here. Only -3.5. The Chiefs haven't been impressive lately. The Packers have been looking pretty good, so I'll take the Packers.
Give me the tiers.
Packers are a 2. The Chiefs are also a 2.
But
they're 2 because I didn't know what was going to happen with Pat.
It's not enough. I have to take the Packers in the points. No. I'm sorry. I have to take the Chiefs. I have to take the Chiefs. The
All right,
home dog.
Either T-Roy and I are going to be getting our butts kicked by you this week, or it's the other way around, because I'm taking Green Bay as well.
Oh, wow.
Patty Mahomes is doubtful. My educated guess here is he's not going to play.
We only took the first game together. That's it. The rest of us are all different. Like Serge and I.
T-Roy and I are 6 for 6.
I took the Bills and the 49ers.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
I took the Bills and the 49ers.
All right.
So that's right.
Yeah.
We're 2-4 against you. T-Roy and I are 6 or 6. I'm on Green Bay this week. Your next Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers are going to win this game.
Why do you make somebody laugh like that?
Because I can.
Oh, is Erickson listening or something?
Because Jay turned on my microphone.
Is Erickson trying to bribe you or something?
No.
All right.
I'm just trying to piss him off.
All right.
Oh, great. Now he's cheering for us. Now we're screwed.
All he needs is the kiss of death from Jay to cheer for him. That'll be the end of it. Jay, cheer for him.
Jay, say Green Bay's going to win the Super Bowl.
Say it.
No.
Damn it. Come on, Jay. Say it.
They're not going to win the Super Bowl.
Do another Silly Cup.
Now they're going to win it for sure.
All right. We need to take a break. When we
Don't
come
say
back, we'll
Dallas
have
is either,
Adam Rosso in from Hawkeye headquarters. We talk about the Hawkeyes and all kinds of nonsense. Be back real soon.
For all you Quad Cityans out there that are looking for the latest in TV and security technology, we have your answer. That's right. You need to get a hold of Done Right TV and Security Solutions, your Dish Premier local retailer, and get started today. They're going to take the guesswork out of choosing the latest in smart home technology in mind. And Dish has been a leader in technology for years in the Hopper HD DVR. Interacts with your smart speaker to change channels, pause, and fast forward with just the sound of your voice. When you sign up today, our friends at Done Right are going to give you a Nest doorbell system free. All you got to do is call 866-84-RIGHT and let them provide local professional installation with personal service trusted by all kinds of homeowners and businesses in the Quad Cities. Restrictions apply and requires an internet-connected Hopper. That's Done Right TV and Security, 866-84-RIGHT.
Hey, this is Dorf with Dancing with the QC Stars. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us for Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
36-month leases down at signing RAV4, $29.95, Corolla $25.95, Highlander $39.95, plus first payment on approved credit. No security deposit, excludes tax, license at 172, dealer fees, 0% on 2019 Highlander and Tundra, ends 10/31/19.
Highland Toyota's month-end sales event is going on now. Get deep discounts and big factory incentives with sign and drive available on over 561 new Toyotas. Drive the new 2019 Highland Highlander XLE all-wheel drive. Only $399 a month or buy with 0 down from Highland Toyota, one of the biggest Highlander dealers. The new 2019 RAV4 LE all-wheel drive, just $219 a month or buy with 0 down. 0% APR long-term financing available on select models. Drive the all-new redesigned 2020 Corolla LE, only $159 a month, or buy with 0 down. The end of the month is the best time to buy during our month-end sales event at Highland Toyota on John Deere Road at 53rd Street in Moline or HighlandToyota.com.
Final home matches, along with the conference meets, highlight the remainder of the fall athletic schedule at Augustana College. Doubleheader soccer hits the pitch at Thorson Lucan Field Saturday the 26th. The women host Elmhurst at 1, the men at 3:30. Saturday the 2nd sees action heading inside the Carver Center for women's volleyball and the Pumpkin Bash. First match is at 10 a.m. Then men's and women's cross country hosts the CCIW Championships at Sauckie Golf Course starting at noon. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
In business, is it better to build your way to growth or buy your way? First Midwest Bank has ideas. It's a critical decision and different for every company. A First Midwest commercial banker can help you weigh your options. Because at First Midwest, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com. M&A momentum, strategic momentum, business momentum. First Midwest Bank.
Online sports betting is here with EliteSportsbook.com. If you are an active Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, go to EliteSportsbook.com now and follow the prompts to start betting. Not a Resort Club member? Visit Rhythm City to join today. Bet with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort or online now. More ways to get in the game with EliteSportsbook.com and Rhythm City Casino Resort. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
School hockey returns to the Tax Lawyer Center this Friday for opening night, presented by Lighting the QCA. Get to your seats early for a drumline battle. $2 beers and hot dogs until the puck drops, and a laser light show. Come back on Saturday for Peanuts Night presented by Liberty Packaging. Wear your Halloween costumes, and kids can trick-or-treat on the ice with the players after the game. Get your tickets for opening night and Peanuts Night right now at QuadCityStorm.com.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KPOB, Davenport.
All right, guys, we're back. Stat Cat's out. He had to run and do some stuff, but taking his place from Hawkeye headquarters, Adam Rosso. Buddy, what's up, man?
Not much. Get ready for another rock fight weekend.
Rock fight weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Rock fight.
So you're
in
going to be
Evanston.
heading up to Northwestern early in the morning, I take it?
Yep. It'll be what time we'll leave? 6-ish, maybe? A little before.
You
Get
covering
up there.
any high school games tonight?
Yeah,
or?
I don't know which ones. We got kind of a weird thing going with the World Series on Fox. The powers that be want it to be a live show, and typically, if you guys are familiar with our Friday night stuff, the Fox show has a couple games on it from our coverage, and then we blow it out at 10:10 on CBS. So it'll kind of be flipped tonight. PSA to all you high school fans and parents: we'll have more highlights on Fox tonight than we will on CBS, just because of the way we're taping the CBS show before 10 o'clock. So most of us that are out and about, Vasco, myself, etc., won't even be back for the early show. We'll just put everything into that late show. So,
cool.
Not exactly sure. I mean, as far as intrigue, we were kind of going through the schedule. There's only a couple games that are really like, do or die, win or go home. Like, this team's got to win to get in.
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously one of them is Moline and Quincy, and we're not going all the way down there. We'll try to get the highlights from our Quincy affiliate. So,
Right.
I think Rock Island and Allman probably is the most intriguing one, because if the Rocks win, they're going to probably get a home playoff game. Allman assuredly will be in with a win. I think they're probably in even if they lose, but that's probably the most intriguing game just because of the matchup and obviously the proximity and everything over at Augie. So
And we know Bettendorf's in for sure. North Scott punched their ticket last night, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they won their district.
Looks like from the looks of it, I mean, North's going to need a lot of help, and that's one. They're down in Muscatine. I mean, that's not a given either. I don't think they've beaten Muscatine for a long time, so that could be a tough game. Obviously, Muscatine, I think, is probably a team that everybody would agree maybe underachieved this year.
Yeah.
So it kind of could be their biggest win if they were to knock off North. So if North wins,
What does that put them at? 6 wins?
7, I believe,
7
right?
wins?
Or no, 6-3. 6-3.
6-3. They were in.
I think they were 20th or so in the RPI. Does that sound right to you guys? I glanced at it earlier in the week.
18th or 20th.
So they need help from, at minimum, 3 other teams to leapfrog them. So I don't know all the matchups. It just will take some help. Obviously, got to take care of business first. But, I do think the RPI is a step in the right direction. It's just too bad for North to have such a great season and then not, get in the playoffs by percentage points, which is probably what it'll end up being. So we'll see. I mean, chips will fall in a certain way, and we'll know. I think they calculate those late tonight, right, Jay?
Yeah.
So we'll know, at midnight tonight if they're in or not. But
I think they make the announcement where the playoffs, they'll know who's in, and then they'll make the announcement. Now it's Saturday morning where the games are, where they're going for the
like
game.
the seeding and stuff, they'll just know the top 16.
Yeah, so let me look at this while you guys are talking about that. I'm trying to look at some of the teams in front of them where they're playing.
And I think, now I was talking about this with Zach Hanley from Cedar Rapids, the Kagan over there. Bettendorf almost 100% will not get a home playoff game, right?
Yes.
They'll be 9th or 10th, it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because we were talking because district champions are not 100%. You don't automatically get a home game. It's strictly by seeding. Because he was telling me there's a team in 3A, I think Independence, that's unbeaten. They'll probably end up unbeaten, but they're going to be like a 9 or a 10 seed because they don't play anybody. And the RPI obviously factors in school size and the strength of schedule and everything else. So it looks like I would think Bettendorf will be the 9 or 10 seed, and I thought I saw one of the Ankeny teams might be an interesting matchup, or can't remember who the other one might be. But the Prairie and Cedar Falls tonight, if
I didn't
Cedar
even know
Falls...
Independence had a high school. I thought Jessup did.
No, Independence does.
Okay.
Yeah, Jessup goes to Independence. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
It's Independence.
Because we just close our eyes and beat them in baseball. So
Yeah,
they can't be that
they're a
good.
smaller school or whatever.
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Let me pull this up real quick and see what we're looking at.
But then on the Iowa side, I think other than, I don't know the small schools as well. I think Tipton, West Liberty is a big game tonight. I think Tipton is probably in already. West Liberty needs a win to get in. So that on the Iowa side, there aren't too many teams. I guess in general, it's been somewhat of a down year. You're not going to get the multiple teams.
Eastern Iowa, definitely. Like last year, Bettendorf was definitely one of the powerhouses. Obviously, made it all the way to where they did in the Dome, and disappointing loss to Dowling last year. But yeah, it's weird what's going on this year.
And I think North Scott's going to have a tough road. They're good. Don't get me wrong. They're going to be a top 6 seed probably, but then they're going to have to go to either Solon, Xavier. Western Dubuque, those are the top 3. I mean, then that's.
I was watching.
It's going to be interesting.
I was watching Koss's tweets last night, and he did make a comment. He goes, "If North Scott continues to pass the ball like this, this passing game could become a thing for them to use as a weapon come playoff."
Well, their defense is stacked. Their defense is great. The issue is, you saw it against Western Dubuque. When you run into a team at that caliber, they're both defenses. Both teams are good. They struggled to move the football. I think they only got a field goal against Western Dubuque. So that'll be interesting on that side. We were just saying, as Jay's back in here, just overall down year for Eastern Iowa football, Jay, at least in the Metro and everything else.
I would definitely say so. 100% I would say that. So I'm looking at some of the schools out there that are ranked by the RPI ahead of North. And just right off the top, Fort Dodge and Marshalltown play each other tonight, okay? Marshalltown's sitting at 5-3, and so is Davenport North. Fort Dodge is 5-3 as well. All right, so 15 and 18, one of those two are going to have to lose.
Yep.
There's a good start. Obviously, you have to jump up 4 spots, so we have to see who can lose here. Southeast Polk plays Des Moines Roosevelt. Roosevelt would move to 6-3 with a loss, or Southeast Polk as well if Des Moines.
That's the one where I don't think that's the one where I don't think either of those teams North's able to jump them, right?
No, they're down 6-8.
Yeah.
They're right now in the RPI 6-8. There's just a lot of work to do. We need Johnston to lose to Waukee, which that's a big deal because Johnston's at 17, Waukee's at 12. There's another possibility. You're looking at Johnson, Marshtown. There's your 2 jumps right there. You're at 18. Now you need a little bit of help from Urbandale, who is Urbandale will be playing. Where am I at here on this? Urbandale's at Ames, or Ames is they're hosting Ames.
They need help from Ames, then I think, right?
They need help from Ames. You're absolutely right. And that's not looking too good. Indianola is another one that we need to look at real quick. And they might have played on Indianola. I'm looking at it. But, yeah, they're going to need some help. They're going to need – so right off the top of my head, Marshalltown, Fort Dodge, they're playing. And then we just said that you need help with Johnston to lose. And you need Urbandale to bow out as well.
So basically – It's got every situation. They have to get all 4 of those teams to lose, essentially.
Yeah, they need it in a bad way. So, and they have what hurts is that their opponent's record, who they've played so far, 29-43.
Yeah.
They have the lowest winning percentage. Actually, Marshalltown matches them though, but Marshalltown drops down. It's still a lot of work for Davenport.
I'm sure there's some people that say, "Oh, they're going to get their butt kicked anyway round 1. What does it matter?" Now
it does matter
for a team that hasn't been in, and you guys know this. It energizes the program. It energizes those 7th, 8th, 9th graders that are in the system saying, hey, we got a chance to get to the playoffs. Hey, we keep our butts in the weight room. We keep working hard. We buy into the system. We can make the playoffs. We can make some noise, and that's where it's important. Yeah, they're not going to win a state title this year, obviously. Nobody's saying that. But to get in and to compete and to play a Valley or to play a Cedar Falls, know what that feels like, know what the championship level takes, I think Coach Height and everybody over there would love to use that in the offseason in the weight room for motivation.
Absolutely. And we had them in the studio. That was great. I mean, they were good kids, so I'm rooting for them, and hopefully they get it, man.
It'd be nice to see.
Hope so.
Definitely.
Crazy little things just looking at it, to not mention that that City West or City High not in the playoffs is nuts. If you know your history of Class 4A football, but there's just no way they're getting in. Those are the weird things that I'm looking at. Cedar Rapids Prairie, Kennedy will get in. Your top 5 right now are Valley, Cedar Falls, Ankeny, Centennial, Dowling, and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Bettendorf, We were looking at a 10 or 11. It depends what.
Because I think Polk and Roosevelt, you said. So
I
whoever
said
wins
Kennedy
that, whoever wins that game will be below Bettendorf, in my opinion, or whoever loses. I should say.
Okay. So
Bettendorf
Polk
will
and
leapfrog
Roosevelt. Yeah,
them,
you're right. I did say that. Yeah, Polk and Roosevelt.
and then I think Prairie plays Cedar Falls, and so Prairie loses to Cedar Falls. Bettendorf should jump them. So wherever they're at now,
So you're looking at a 9.
I think they'll be 8-9, and I believe Ankeny High School is the most likely 8th seed if you just bump them up to.
Yep.
Or Linn-Mar, I think, is maybe in there as well. But
That first round, they're going to make it a little bit closer than that.
so Linn-Mar then?
Yeah, Linn-Mar will be the destination that I think we can circle and say that that's where they're going to be going.
Which that's a winnable game.
Yes, it is.
I don't think anybody would say otherwise. So
Big matchup, big revenge game from that 1989 state semifinal game.
Nobody remembers that, Jay. Not even me.
Huh?
Yeah. I said nobody remembers that. Not even me.
Big matchup from the. No, that was Newton. Never mind. Back 1989. Ryan Driscoll was the quarterback. Ryan Driscoll was the quarterback of that Linn-Mar team when they came down to Tuval.
Yeah.
And stole a victory on a phantom flag call.
wow, this is tough. Bringing up salt in the wound here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no doubt about it.
Jay was a freshman.
I put Tavian in the studio. He'll tell you the same thing. It was a phantom flag. He was a freshman. He caught a pass on a seam, and it tell you what, all of a sudden he turned around for 6, and then out of nowhere comes a flag. Weird. It was a tough Saturday afternoon at Tuval Stadium.
I think those guys were working the Packers-Lions last week, actually, that same crew, actually.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll be watching that. And the Illinois show, I keep telling everyone how fantastic they do a great job of the playoff pairings, and that'll be on your CW.
That's on Saturday, I believe, correct? Saturday evening?
I think 2
or afternoon,
o'clock.
whatever.
Yeah. So, all right, Iowa Hawkeyes. The spread that we went in going to today, it's -10.
I thought these spreads this week, I picked the game still with John Schaefer over at WI. We have a little year-long bet we're going to pay off dinner at the end of the year, whoever's got a better record. So 5 games we had to pick were Ohio State, Iowa State, Michigan, and Texas and TCU. Okay. Man, I thought the spreads this week were difficult, and I think this Iowa spread's difficult. I feel like 10 points, 9.5 is a lot to give to an offense that's struggled to score. I just don't think Northwestern's very good, though. And that's where it's like...
Let's hope not, for God's sake.
This is one of those years where they're just down. I mean, they had some injuries early, and they're just not great. But I just, every time you seem to count them out, they come out and they play hard and they get a win, or they play hard and lose on a last-second field goal. So I said 19-10. So I guess technically I'm taking Northwestern.
Okay.
There again, without Brandon Smith, I feel like this offense is going to have a problem going downfield. And I think Northwestern's got a good run defense. They always have. I think they're going to say, you know what? We're going to put a couple safeties deep. We're going to play cover 4, cover 3, make you dink and dunk down the field, and we're going to put 7 in the box so you can't just run I formation with the fullback and pound it at us. We're going to make you throw those, kind of what Purdue, to make you throw those first down 5 to 7 yard patterns, those quick passes, not let you kind of bleed a slow, death by 1,000 cuts in the run game. And I think Iowa can do that. But man, I just physically, who makes up for Smith's ability to go up and get the ball, to separate from receivers, to be a intermediate to downfield threat? They got enough guys that can go side to side. Tracy's fine with that. Obviously, Smith-Marsette's dynamic, and Reganey's a good, typical Iowa slot receiver. The element that usually is missing from the receiving core is downfield threat. And obviously, last year, 2 tight ends that were mismatches, so they sent them down the field a lot. This year, other than Rutgers, it's been Brandon Smith. Smith-Marset had a great game against Rutgers, but I think since then, it's been Brandon Smith who's been able to stretch the field. So we'll see how that shuffling works. I go back to the Nate Stanley on the road. It's feast or famine. So I think Iowa either puts up like 35 points or they put up 19, 17. I don't think we're going to see unless we get a defensive touchdown, I don't think it's going to be 24-10 or whatever.
I think this is the feast game. This is Reeks. Stanley comes out, and then all of a sudden we're like, hey, everything's fixed, and then we're doing okay, and then all of a sudden we got to go to Wisconsin.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. That's why that's why, when Vasco and I did our predictions, I said, man, if you'd have told me this is a 7.5, 8-point spread, I'd probably taken Iowa. If you told me it's 10.5, 11, Northwestern. It's right in that wheelhouse where it's going to swing. This will be one of those weird, like, it could be a backdoor cover for Northwestern. If I was up 21-3, Northwestern gets a whatever it is, a touchdown to bring it back or whatever. One of those weird things, or it could just be an absolute, like you said, Troy, 38-13, Iowa's not even threatened. So I tend to go to the close game because I just think these two teams are very similar in the way they play, and the way they go about their football week to week, play to play. Like, they want to slow the game down, limit your possessions limit the opposite offense's possessions, flip field position, sound and special teams in the kicking game. Like, they don't, like I said that on the thing. I said, it doesn't matter if Iowa scores as much as if they make Northwestern drive the field, because Northwestern's offense is garbage. So don't turn the ball over inside your own 30.
Yeah. Yep.
Get some decent punts, pin Northwestern inside their 25, inside their 10, whatever, and make them drive length of the field, and I don't think they'll be able to. I really don't. So that's what Northwestern's saying about Iowa too, right? They're saying, we don't turn it over. We get a good punting game. We flip the field and make Iowa go 80 yards. We'll be right in this at the end. So that's why I think it lends itself to close games. These are always, other than 15, these have been pretty close games consistently.
That's this game opened up at 11, and my first reaction is like, no way. And then it gets bet down to 10, and I'm like, Iowa could do this. I think that's a weird. That 1 point is how much the switch was like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a weird. It's like that range. I think everybody in their mind was like, yeah, it's probably about a 10-point win, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I thought originally. I was looking at the number. Spoiler alert here, how I do this. So I always look at the number first, like, since I've been covering Iowa, to figure out, all right, and then I'm like, you know what do I think they can do offensively against the other team? Because the defense is pretty much always coming to play. Like, that's not a secret, right? Just looked at the number and I said, well, 37, 38. I was like, well, I don't think Iowa's getting more than 20. So then I'm like, well, that's 20-17 if you just go straight up number, right? I'm like, so, okay, well, I'm like, what would Iowa have to do to cover? Let's say, 10 points is a good starting point for a Phil Parker defense. All right, so they get 10, that's 27-10. I'm like, okay, I guess, but I was like, what's more realistic? And I feel like 19 or 17 points is more realistic than, 27-31.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I feel the same way. And again, I don't think, but we were apprehensive against Purdue.
I think we all knew that number was really high, though.
Yeah,
I mean, that was.
I
mean, whatever, right? We knew
but
that.
But you're apprehensive against Northwestern, and 2 losses on the year, and now you start wondering, where's that one gonna fall? Where's the one gonna fall?
Yeah, and that's what Jaster was saying in his in our predictions thing he's posting today. Is everybody's kind of waiting for it.
Yeah.
And I don't think last year's loss was a bad loss, but 2 years ago, Iowa went up there and didn't look very good. Lost in overtime. 2009, they lost them at home, right? That's when Stanzi got hurt. That's one of those games where they, So there's been a history there of Northwestern giving Ferentz's teams problems. And, I wrote earlier in the week, if you guys read it, like, since 2011, they're identical. They have the same amount of overall wins. Iowa's got one more Big Ten win coming into this season, I should preface. Okay. And they both won a Big Ten West title now. They've both had multiple, 8-win seasons. They've had a couple double-digit win seasons. And that's, instead of power rankings, I want to do this here before the end of the show. Mm-hmm. I just wrote down the best. I guess I got to 8, but let's say the best 6, best 7, best top half of the Big Ten this decade. I want to see what you guys think too. Like, what are your best teams? Because everybody, we're going to talk. I don't know if we talked Michigan earlier. You want to talk Michigan, and I think it was Joel Klatt and Colin Cowherd. Michigan's won more games with Harbaugh in 4 years than they did with most of the other coaches they've had since like Gary Moeller or somebody like that. Okay, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So people saying, "Well, yeah, guy Harbaugh, get him out of there." Like, I don't know.
But I understand the wins if you look at it comprehensively, which it doesn't really happen, but it's the losses against top 10 teams. It's the losses against Ohio State.
Yeah, but then he made the point. Woody Hayes won like 5 national championships. Bo Schembechler never won a national title. Like, what do you want? How are you comparing the programs? Ohio State, and I think privately Kirk would say this because he compliments Ohio State and what they've done since like 1890, right? Ohio State is like the tier. They're the tier 1 with like
no doubt
USC,
Yeah.
Alabama, Ohio State. That might be it. Maybe Oklahoma.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yes. I
So
get
that's
that.
tier 1. Then you have this next tier where, like, okay, you can throw you want to throw in Nebraska for what they did 30 years ago? Fine. You
They're
want to throw Michigan
interchangeable.
30 years ago? Fine.
interchangeable.
You want to throw in Florida? Fine. You want to put in,
But that's
Clemson? Fine. But they're not in this like elite. They're not the elite. There's not too many elite teams, but Ohio State is one of them. Bar
but
none.
we allow the Big Ten, ESPN, Game Day, whatever else, to make it this Michigan-Ohio State thing because it's the last game of the year for them every
Yes.
year. And we sit back and go, oh, my God, this is going to be great. And then it looks like every once in a while, like, then it's a blowout and they don't win. That's what I'm saying.
I think
don't care
the
if
narrative
Harbaugh's
this
there or
year
not.
all went to hell when people picked them to win the Big Ten East.
Yeah.
And I'll keep bringing it up when I just sat there and said, what? I said, you're just saying because they don't have Urban Meyer that Ohio State's not going to win this? Like, that's it? The players win the games. Like, coaching to a certain point matters, but on game day, give me the dudes that look like NFL players versus, you have maybe 2 guys on Michigan. You have 9 on Ohio State. I mean, that's the difference.
No,
And I think you said it last week, Troy. Ryan Day's unleashed that team.
Yeah.
And I think they're playing
He's
with
trying to bury the shadow. of
exactly.
Urban Meyer
And I
is
think
what
the
he's trying to do.
defense is a lot better. So I don't know. I think that I do think that is media driven. I think you're right. It's just like wanting Nebraska to be good because Nebraska used to be good.
Yeah.
Well, Scott Frost, he's going to do it. Well, obviously he doesn't have the players, and they're not even that close. So putting them in a year or 2 to think they're going to be any good was
And it's
ridiculous by national media. But it's because the national media, this is very general, but these old 50-plus white guys remember how good Nebraska used to be in the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't care. It's the same thing with Texas A&M. I never understood why that's a marquee job. And everybody's like, oh, they were great back in the Southwest Conference or whatever they were in. I said, I don't care. That was 1989.
Yeah. No, you're
They
dead
haven't
on.
done anything in 30 years.
And
That's not a marquee job. Like, so
Well, it's
stop. But
also
these
easy-
old guys are like, oh, man, like, just like I think you get that transition into Northwestern. Oh, Northwestern. Well, they can't be any good. Yeah, they lost 80 games in a row in the 70s. It's not the 1970s anymore.
It's the same way that I talk about when can we stop talking about the University of Miami's got their swagger back?
Yes.
Can we stop this, please? It's the one thing that drives me nuts. But we do have to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about it, not the power rankings, but you have something else for us?
We're going to go with
And
the best Big Ten programs of the decade.
All right, and then buy or sell?
I didn't have any. I didn't
All
get done
right,
with that.
we'll-
This took
we'll
me
keep
longer than I
going.
thought.
All right, okay.
All right, pizza lovers, you need to get into Vans Pizza and more out at the Plex, the corners of Forest and Middle and Forest Grove Road. Good Lord. Anyway, the outstanding daily specials with that Vans Pizza you love all weekend long. We had the family deal, $29.99 for 2 appetizers, 1 large pizza, any large pizza, no half and halves, and 2 1-liters of pop. All you got to do is call Vans Pizza and more at 563-232-1396. They'll have that pizza hot and ready for pickup, or you can have it delivered. Delivery is limited to Bettendorf, so make sure you ask when you call. 563-232-1396. That's Vans Pizza and more, 5023 Competition Drive in Bettendorf.
This is Ella Schmidt, the 106 pounder from Bettendorf, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Score a touchdown on your next new or used purchase at Sexton Ford. With a huge selection of new Ford cars and trucks, you'll feel like you've entered the big game each and every time. You'll be treated like a pro player from sales to service, auto body to parts. Sexton also has a strong bench of mildly used vehicles too. Why wait? The game's on at Sexton Ford in Moline.
Oh yeah, Sexton Ford is the talk of the town.
School hockey returns to the Tax Lawyer Center this Friday for opening night, presented by Lighting the QCA. Get to your seats early for a drumline battle. $2 beers and hot dogs until the puck drops, and a laser light show. Come back on Saturday for Peanuts Night presented by Liberty Packaging. Wear your Halloween costumes, and kids can trick-or-treat on the ice with the players after the game. Get your tickets for opening night and Peanuts Night right now at QuadCityStorm.com.
Final home matches, along with the conference meets, highlight the remainder of the fall athletic schedule at Augustana College. Doubleheader soccer hits the pitch at Thorson Lucan Field Saturday the 26th. The women host Elmhurst at 1, the men at 3:30. Saturday the 2nd sees action heading inside the Carver Center for women's volleyball and the Pumpkin Bash. First match is at 10 a.m. Then men's and women's cross country hosts the CCIW Championships at Sauckie Golf Course starting at noon. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
Online sports betting is here with EliteSportsbook.com. If you are an active Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, go to EliteSportsbook.com now and follow the prompts to start betting. Not a Resort Club member? Visit Rhythm City to join today. Bet with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort or online now. More ways to get in the game with EliteSportsbook.com and Rhythm City Casino Resort. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
ESPN 1170 AM is the Quad Cities sports leader and your home of the local sports show. Don't hassle us. We're local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 1170 AM Pepsi ticket window. We'll give you a free Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 1170 AM app or by going to ESPN1170am.com.
Leaks, ruptures, snooks, cranny, crevice, too. You've got those wet basement blues. Call the absolutely dry guy. Call the absolutely dry guy. Put that water back in its place. It's time to reclaim your living space when you call the absolutely dry guy. Or visit us online at absolutelydryguy.com. This was brought to you by Absolutely Dry Basement Waterproofing.
Every touchdown and turnover. Your home of the Chicago Bears is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Ross is in studio with us, Hawkeye headquarters, WHBF. He's got a busy weekend going on. He's going to be covering the high school games tonight. He's going to Northwestern tomorrow, Evanston, if you will, covering Iowa versus Northwestern.
Let's figure out where to eat after the game. We got a few suggestions from people. Anybody out in the
Cakered, man. Hit up for a cakered up.
I gotta make a red alert out there for you. You need a singlet. And you need it by Wednesday, right?
Yeah, we got some things planned here, so
I'll get you a singlet. Don't worry about it. By Monday.
We're gonna have some fun next week, unless it snows.
Tights. You need some tights?
Singlet,
a wrestling singlet. Wrestling.
What do you wear? Tights.
I wear the standard issued uniform.
Tights.
Shut up. Is it supposed to snow next week? What? We gotta get Andy McCray in here.
So a couple people said Wednesday possible snow for. I said I don't think during the day, but maybe at night.
Bust out my overalls.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You're going to media day for wrestling at the farm?
Yep, we'll have that. We're going to have a couple other stories next week. We got a lot of things in the works. Yeah, it's going to be good. Then I'm actually out of town next weekend, so.
Oh, yeah?
So we got, it's the last bye weekend. Last free weekend.
Alert out to all the ladies in the Quad Cities.
Last free.
Rosso's going to be on TV in a singlet.
Last free weekend until, I got to do a couple more shoulder presses and, shrugs this week just to get
just have some weights.
Up a little bit.
Have some weights in the green room. Just get your pump up before you come
just
out.
Get swole right away.
I'll walk around like Schwarzenegger, and you can be Ferrigno. Louis? What are you doing? I'm 20 now.
Did you see the Kawhi Terminator spoof thing? That was hilarious.
Dude, it was pretty funny.
Arnold's like, Kawhi. I'm like, yeah.
Kawhi, he's the new Terminator.
Jeez. All right, what do you have for us, Rosso?
All right, so I don't know, something different. Power rankings probably shook up, but I kind of want to see this weekend plays out. We'll get the bye week, so we'll do that. But just the whole thing with, my thing this week was Northwestern and Iowa. They're the same programs in the last 7-8 years, basically since the Big Ten went to division play with 12 teams in 2011. Mm-hmm. So you know what? Let's go with the top 6 or 7. There's 14 teams now. I said, who's the top 2 of the Big Ten? What teams? What programs since 2011?
So this is the Big Ten top.
We'll just say the top half of the Big Ten in the last this decade.
So the 2010s.
And I'm going on 4 criteria, but really 3. Obviously, overall wins, but Big Ten wins more importantly, and then championship game appearances. So those are kind of my 3. Like, all right, let's see where we're at here.
Number 1's easy. It's Ohio State.
Yes, and that's like I just said before the break. That's a tier of itself. I mean, they got a national title. They have 3 Big Ten championships in that time. They probably should have been in the playoff one other time at least, but they got left out. So how many? They've been in 3 playoffs. They lost to Clemson one year. They won the title, and then I think they get in there one of those.
What was his name again?
Cordell Jones.
Cordell Jones, yeah.
Cordell Jones, whatever.
Cordell Jones. I couldn't. Yeah,
He's a guy at the combine. Quick aside, I saw him at the combine that year. One of the first combine I was at. Walking by him, I legitimately thought he was a linebacker. I'm like, what guy? Like, I was beside him, so I didn't know who it was. And then someone was like, can you believe how big Cordell Jones is? I was like, what? I thought that guy was like a rush linebacker, like 3-4 D end, but no, he was a quarterback, and now he's in XFL.
Like that dude from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Now he's in XFL.
I thought they just flew him in for games, man.
Yeah, you guys are. I mean, I think they're 58-9 in the Big Ten since 2011. So they basically lost 1 game a year, roughly. I mean, that's pretty good. 4 championship game appearances, 3 titles. I mean, you know what you're getting with them. They're gonna, unless they have a meltdown of epic proportions, they're probably gonna win the Big Ten this year. So, what do you guys got for 2?
Man, this is gonna probably have to be Wisconsin.
Jay?
Let's see. Wisconsin's got a handful of Big Ten West appearances.
Did they make one?
And the Legends and Leaders, they were a couple appearances too.
It's got to be Wisconsin.
Yep, they've actually been to the title game more than any other team.
Yeah, because of the
5 appearances.
Because of the West, yeah.
Yep. And they have 2 titles. I think one year Ohio State technically would have got in, but they had to vacate. They weren't eligible, right?
Yeah.
So Nebraska had to go in, and Nebraska was happy.
That was the end of the Trestle era.
Yeah, wasn't that Nebraska? Was it 70-something?
Free tattoo or something?
Yeah.
Or a jersey or something signed or something? Yeah.
Yep.
Tattoo work.
But they have 2 titles, 5 appearances. They're 50-17. They're the only Big Ten team that has 50 victories since 2011. So they're basically averaging 2 losses a year. So they're at 7-2 every year, which is right on schedule. So I think 3 through 6 get interesting. 3 through 7 maybe. What do you guys got for 3?
I have Penn State.
I don't. I'm gonna go Michigan State.
That's a Troy. That's what I have as well. And I think this is kind of what we talked about, the whole coaches thing. They're not, D'Antonio. I don't think he's got a job security issue unless some more off-field allegations. The off-the-field problems have been more problematic for Michigan State than
that
on-field.
entire school has an issue.
They hasn't been very good.
They have some stuff going on. I mean, they're going to be.
He's got some weird bonus that comes in like in June of 2020. They've got some decisions to make.
I don't know, but go through they have 2 Big Ten titles.
Yep.
3 championship game appearances. They're 45-22 since the beginning of 2011. They've had their down years. Like they went, I think, was it the year after they beat Iowa? They were like 12 and whatever, and then they won like 3 or 4 games, right? Yes. So they have these peaks and valleys. But here's one of those things, and this should be preaching to the Iowa fans. Like, what's your alternative? I mean, he's gotten you into the college football playoff. He's gotten into the Rose Bowl a couple times. He's won 2 Big Ten championships. Like, they produced quite a bit of pro players, from Le'Veon Bell to Kirk Cousins. I mean, what's the alternative? So I think, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win this week against Penn State, but I think, I don't know. I don't think the seat's as hot as people maybe think it is, unless the off-the-field stuff continues to pile up. So they're 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
4th?
I think you might have talked about this in the break.
I have to go Iowa here, and I'm sorry. I know Jay was thinking Penn State, but I tend to remember the beginning of this decade. They were down quite a bit. It was the end of the Joe Pa era still, and there was just not as good recruiting. Iowa was going in there and beating them consistently. And I just feel if Ferentz has put together consistent years, yeah, we maybe get 8 wins a year, which would count to maybe 4 or 5 Big Ten wins. You know, so maybe we're getting 4 Big Ten. So we got to be up there in the somewhere low 40s.
I actually like where your head is at, T-Roy, and I'm moving some things around. And now obviously knowing that Michigan State's 3, I'm looking at now. But you talked about the success that Harbaugh has had outside of a couple, the people he played. So I'm going to go with Michigan.
Wow. I have Penn State 4th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the biggest difference being that they've won a Big Ten title. They won the Big Ten championship 2 or 3 years ago. You were right, Troy. Since they went 2 and something in the conference in 2014. Since then, though, they've gone 6 conference wins, 8 conference wins, 7 and 6. So they've won at least 6 games, I think, since Franklin's got there. He really actually, interestingly enough, has trended them up because Bill O'Brien wasn't doing much after the whole Joe Bah thing.
Right.
And Franklin's really done a nice job there, and I think he might get overshadowed because of the media bias toward Michigan and Ohio State. But man, they've been good, and then they're good again this year. And they have a shot. They probably have the best shot at beating Ohio State, just because they have some athletes, and I think they've shown they can match up with them. They played them tough last year. They played them tough 2 years ago. I don't think they're intimidated by the speed and what they bring to the table. So they're 4th, 5.
Well, I'm still going to take Iowa over Michigan here.
Those are the next 2.
Jay?
It's Iowa. I
got Michigan.
Oh, no.
And I thought about this, and I know Iowa went to the championship game in the 1 year. I thought if you flipped divisions, do you think Iowa is 45 and 22 in the East, Big Ten wise? Because Iowa in the West is 38 and 29. So Michigan has 7 more victories playing in the Big Ten East. Obviously there's crossover games, but 7 more victories playing in a different division that I think everybody can say is better. The East generally.
Just because Ohio State's there, though.
The top 3 of the top 4 teams in my list is the East. Only Wisconsin, I feel like, measures up, especially since Nebraska hasn't been any good.
Yeah.
So that was my tiebreaker. That's why I thought I went back and forth. I know Iowa went to the championship game earlier, the 12 and 2 year and 15, but Michigan hasn't. I think, like I said, Jay, he hasn't gotten the credit for getting them to the 10-win seasons.
Is when Iowa does get the chance to play the really good teams from that division, that side of the conference, I should say, they end up playing them well or beating them.
Yes,
so
right.
I mean,
it's always competitive, I think. But if you had to play that, like next year, their schedule, I just saw this tweeted out. They go, I think it's home against Michigan State, at Penn State, at Ohio State in 3 consecutive weeks. It's kind of what Penn State just went through, right? They went, they're going through. They went Michigan State this week. They had Michigan, and then 2 weeks before they had Iowa. They had these, 2 or 3 games or 3 out of 4 games that are just brutal. I feel like in the West, generally, you don't get that unless it's a crossover game with a team from the East, like you're saying, Troy.
But you've had some Purdue teams that were good in the past. I mean, it's not like they're having a down year this year. Minnesota's finally getting things together. You're right with the Wisconsin, but you're kind of overlooking the strength of the Northwestern, who I believe
they should be 7. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Northwestern has done some damage.
Yep. Absolutely. They have the same record as Iowa coming into the year, like I said, in the Big Ten. They also went to the title game last year. They have 3 10-win seasons since 11, and Iowa's only got 1 10-win season, actually. 2015, they've had more. I think Iowa's had more 8-win seasons, but Northwestern's had more 10-win seasons. So, yeah, I mean, and 8's Nebraska. I tossed them on at the end because they actually won 37 Big Ten games since 2011, since coming in the conference. So they're only 1 game behind, but they've changed coaches 3 times. So the interesting thing for me, and why I thought this was fascinating, was Iowa Northwestern, they've had the same coaches for 15 and 21 years, or whatever it is. Nebraska's had 3 coaches since 11.
Okay.
More impressive or less impressive that they have only one less Big Ten win? And I don't have the answer to this. I was thinking about this driving over. I said, I don't know what's more like, which side do you fall on? Because consistency should breed lower peaks and valleys, which it generally has at Iowa and Northwestern. They don't have a 4-win season usually, very rarely. But they also very rarely have a 10, 11, 12-win season. Well, Nebraska has had back-to-back 4-win seasons. And their new coach, the coach before that, basically won 6 games a year or 7 games a year. He wasn't great. And then Bo Pelini got fired. He won 8, 9, 10 games every year. So, I don't know. I can be swayed either way. Is it equally impressive, less impressive? Like, because constant turnover.
I don't think Bo Pelini was a bad coach.
He was just a jerk, right? Yeah. And that's why he got fired. And maybe that's why Harbaugh does end up getting fired here, Jay. Like, I know he's a Michigan guy. Maybe he's just too abrasive. But I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Is the consistency... I don't know. Do you think changing coaches would hurt in the long run because you just keep having turnover, you keep having player turnover, you keep having, like, it's recruits leave, they come and go. But then you look
we're
at
talking about when they were firing coaches, they were firing them because they wanted them to be playing for a national title.
Yeah.
And a lot of like Pelini was winning games and taking them to bowl games.
I don't think Harbaugh's going to get fired. We talked to the guy up there who covers him for the MaizenBrew.com, and he said, what the talk of fans isn't the same as administration. I just think if the NFL comes knocking, I think he might just do it.
Who wants him in the NFL? I'm sorry. What did he do? He lost the Super Bowl, and then after that, he was done. He was tanked. His players didn't like playing for him in the NFL because he's Captain Ahab.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Maybe he learned.
I don't think he learned. If he's smart, he's going to do the Nick Saban thing. He's going to stay out of the NFL.
Okay.
His act doesn't work, Jay, with pro players.
All right, you can learn, though, too. I mean, look at Josh McDaniels. I mean, he's learned from it.
Well, if Harbaugh was anything, he should have stayed at Stanford. He had a great gig. And he was doing
I just
fine.
think this is where he wants to be. I agree with you guys. Like, Michigan guy, I think they've done okay. You're right. He's judged on Michigan State, Ohio State, and any other top 10 team he plays, and
actually,
it hasn't been good.
I think it is noise outside of Ann Arbor. I think the guy Trevor Woods is right that administration's fine with him or whatever. They're not gonna, but people. It started up from the very beginning. We talked about, the analyst for College Game Day who said, and it's slipping my mind all of a sudden. When he said, they were like, "Do you think can Michigan beat Ohio State?" This was after the whole talk of it, and he said, "Does he have to smack a B?" You know, like.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. All right, we talk about how good Ohio State
Desmond
is,
Howard,
right? And we're so happy with what's going on with this new coach, or we're saying, "Hey, this new coach is great." Let's not forget he's playing with Urban Meyer's money. He's playing with house money. These are Urban Meyer's recruits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, the true test of this new coach is going to be 3 years from now.
Yeah.
And Harbaugh, I would say this year he's not bad. Next year is going to be the deal for Harbaugh.
So
Harbaugh needs to take it to the next level next year.
He's 26-10 in the Big Ten. He's got 4 losses to Ohio State, 3 losses to Michigan State, and then 3 other losses in the entire Big Ten.
Yeah.
So he beats the teams they're supposed to beat, and up until this Saturday, he hasn't beaten teams that he's an underdog against, but they're going to beat Notre Dame, mark it down. They're good at home. Notre Dame's overrated this year. Georgia's overrated, who Notre Dame gets credit for losing on the road close. Georgia's not that good.
I hated that from the beginning of the year, too, yeah.
So,
like I said, I just thought it was too much distraction. All right. I want to thank Adam Ross for coming to Hawkeye headquarters, and, of course, have a safe trip up to Evanston.
Yep.
And hit him up if you guys have any places that he should go and eat. And then on top of it,
man.
I gotta get a singlet, but I'm going to make a few texts after the show.
And he ain't getting you his singlet.
No.
That looked more like a Borat suit on you.
Thanks to Josh Miller, the brother-in-law, for calling in. Hope he has a good time at Game 3 of the World Series tonight. Big weekend. We'll find out the pairings. We'll talk about it on Monday. You guys have a hassle-free Monday. Enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities. We'll talk to you again on Monday.